listen in and hear the live stream, just let me know in the comments if you can hear and the volume is really good for you. That'll be fantastic. All right, welcome along everyone. It's nice to have you here this morning. We've got a really nice live stream ready to go this morning, and at the moment we're just viewing the Camponotus concebrinus or banded sugar ant colony. Just let me know in the comments below if the volume's nice and good and you can hear me nice and clearly as well. That'd be fantastic. Make sure that you can hear me, because otherwise you're just going to be viewing things and that's not going to be too exciting. Nice to be able to have a chat to you all this morning. Welcome along. It's been a while since I've done one of these live streams, first one of 2022, and this is probably maybe one of the last ones that I'll actually do with my current setup, which is live streaming through the phone, which is a little bit tricky. Doesn't allow me to do exactly what I want to do, but hopefully we'll be able to improve the live streams in the future, which is my goal for this year. So we'll see how we go with that one. Welcome along everybody, great to have you all here. Welcome along Preston Garvin, B4F, Asgore, JP's, Ewan, Belpeng, Gordon, nice to have you along mate, Anson Moore, great to have you, Blue Mountains Ants, Kimo, Don Co, Aussie Ant Keeping, fantastic, great to have you all along here. Welcome Mark as well, excellent, fantastic. Just let me know in the comments as well where you guys are tuning in from. I know some of you are definitely from Australia, but if you haven't been on here before, yeah, just let me know whereabouts you're tuning in from, particularly what country, I guess, so everybody knows as well. That'd be fantastic. Parramatta, excellent, welcome along. Welcome Parramatta. Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe at the moment as things go a little bit crazy. How you going, Oh Snap? Great to have you here. Yeah, so I've got plenty of Aussies in the stream. I know this is probably fairly late for some people overseas. Anson Moore, heading to Newcastle now. Fantastic. What brings you up this way to Newcastle? Welcome along, Kimmy, from Sweden, is it? Sweden. Just bring this a little bit closer here. And to Sydney, shout out. So, Swee Ants, Instagram, go and check that one out. I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. So currently we're just looking at the outworld here for my Camponotus concebrinus, that new outworld that I had in a video probably a couple of months ago now. So I've just lit it up and just done a little bit of tidying up in here and just put a mealworm down there in the middle just for them. But as you know, as you may know anyway, these Camponotus concebrinus, they are night foragers or in the dusk or early morning foraging. So they're not out too much at the moment, not very active, but that's okay. I like this outworld anyway. Did you like the video on the outworld? Did you enjoy that one? It was pretty good. I had a lot of fun making it. Had a few escapees though, so I've got a little bit of work to do just to make sure they stay inside. Yeah. Yeah, the succulents in there, no, they're not real, they're just plastic. Actually got them from IKEA. And yeah, they look pretty real though, which is nice. I didn't want to put anything in there that was live because I'd probably kill it, knowing me and plants, but yeah, good fun. Alrighty. So we're going to go through a few different things today and show you a couple of colonies. I've got a request to have a look at the Polyrhacus vermiculosa colony that I haven't actually showed off to anybody. So yeah, I'll show that one off to you this morning. I've just finished filming a video on the strobe ants, which is really good. Beautiful, beautiful strobe ants. I love them. Now, my last video was Queen Tiger Lily, which my daughter named, and they haven't gone too well. Didn't go too well at all, but I had another second colony running, So I'm going to show that one off in this video in particular. I've put Queen Tiger Lily away somewhere dark and quiet, and hopefully she'll grow her colony again. That's the idea anyway. So, but this other colony was probably a dozen workers already. And I've got a bit of footage of the strobe ants outside a different colony, just to show you that strobing action, which their name comes from. It's really quite fascinating to see. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So there's plenty of ant keepers here. Anybody want to mention what their favourite is? Oh, Fiona. Yes. So these are Camponotus consubrinus, but they're banded sugar ants. Now the way you can tell the difference there is on their abdomen. They have like a caramel light caramel strip on the top of their abdomen, and that distinguishes them from the Camponotus nigriceps. So that's a little bit different. Nigriceps have a completely black abdomen. Yeah, so that's a bit of the difference there. Okay, so what I'll do, there's not a lot of activity here, but you can see a little bit of what's going on. If I go like that a little bit, be able to see a little bit closer up. I'm not sure, this is not the best camera, so we'll see how we go. Camponotus lowry, yes, I've got Lowry. I've got one of those going at the moment, so I haven't got workers yet from it, but hopefully we'll have that fairly soon. It'd be nice to share some different species with you guys as well, which would be fantastic. I've got quite a lot of colonies going here, so I'm going to have to downscale it at some point, but we'll see how we go. I love sharing them, so that's great. That water tower at the back there, that's my own mixture I make up. So I just buy raw sugar and mix it with water, and it's super cheap, and they love it. Every single one of my colonies drinks it and loves it. So it's just my own 50% sugar, 50% water, and mix that up. Yeah. So I've got lots of people love the Mimosia species. Yeah, they've got a very famous reputation. Blue mountain ants, I haven't heard of that one. Athertonius. Boy, I don't know if I said that quite right, but boy, that sounds interesting. I'll have to check that one out. Polyrhacus ammon. Yeah, they're beautiful. In fact, someone sent me a queen, which is fantastic, so we'll see how that goes. Welcome Dragon Bloom, great to have you along. Hi Ants Epping as well, fantastic. So yeah, Fiona, with that sugar water, I use 50% sugar, 50% water, and then I just shake it up and melt it all in there, so it dissolves. Welcome Noah, good to have you along. But yeah, the brown sugar doesn't go off. They actually drink it fast enough that it doesn't go off in time. So yeah, it's really good, really quick. Yeah. Okay. So a couple of things that I'll mention. A lot of people have been wondering when the next giveaway is. And the next giveaway is at 3,000 subscribers. So yeah, that's fairly close. This morning when I checked, I think I was 3 subscribers away from 3,000. So fantastic. So huge thanks to everybody for their help, subscribing and support of the channel. It's been fantastic. Now the 3,000 subscriber special is going to be pretty special. I've got a lot of prizes to give away. Huge thanks to Ant Shop Oz for sending me some brilliant prizes. So I've got some from them to give away, some nice nests, which will be really good. And then I've also got some sticker packs, Novo Ant sticker packs as well, which would be really good. Oh, thanks. No, I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much for the support. Excellent. So there's some, yeah, nice sticker packs there to give away as well, which would be really good. Got some bumper stickers in there. And the competition's going to be open worldwide. So that's open to everybody. Doesn't matter where you are, I'll ship it out to you freight free and you'll get that prize. So there's probably going to end up being 5 or 6 prizes that'll be given away. So that's really good. So yes, definitely open worldwide. So make sure you enter that. There's not too much you're going to have to do to be part of that competition. Just need to watch the video that'll be out. It'll be out probably before the end of January, hopefully. and that'll have those prizes. But it's pretty much just liking the video. I'm going to ask a question that you need to just comment in it below as well. A little perk for those Patreons, a reward for them because their support is fantastic. They'll just be getting an extra couple of entries into the competition as well. So it'd be really nice. I'd love to see you all comment, answer that question below, because that's really interesting, and I'll share some of those comments as well. But stay tuned for that question that you'll have to answer. So prize-wise, without revealing too much, yes, there are some formicariums. There's a bull ant den, but you can use the bull ant den for many different species of ants. It doesn't just have to be them. And then there's some acrylic nests as well. And then I'll be throwing in some extra things that I've got as well with the little packages. So plenty of prizes for everybody. So should be fun. Should be fun. All right, so 3,000 subscribers. We didn't quite beat Aesthetic Ants, so oh well, we'll get them next time. Maybe we can beat them to 5,000. We'll see how we go. All right, so yeah, if you haven't seen that other video I've done on this outworld, making this outworld, as Fiona mentioned, yeah, it is supposed to be the dry riverbed sort of look here for the Camponotus and give them some nice room. You can see there, they're just munching down on those mealworms, some fresh mealworm that I just killed and put in there. So for those that are a little bit squeamish, I apologise. But yeah, they're just getting some of that needed protein. Now, Conso nest, yes, I can show you the nest as well. We'll have a little look at that in a second. It's a little bit tricky, and that's why I'm not a huge fan of this setup and why I want to actually change it. And I'm going to show you the Brevinota colony today as well, which I think many of you are keen to see that. So I'll be showing that colony off a little bit later. Now what I'll do is I'll just get this other nest ready. Now a few different updates. I'll probably be doing some YouTube shorts just to update you on a few of them, because it can be a little bit hard to get all the needed videos up in the right amount of time. So we'll work on that one. So some of these YouTube shorts are a good way just to get those videos out, give you a little bit of an update of how the colonies are going. Making the videos, yeah, I'm fairly busy, so there's not a lot of time to make as many videos as I'd like, but I'm trying to get one every couple of weeks at least anyway. So trying to aim for between 2 and 4 videos a month, and we'll see how we go with that. Oh, huge thanks, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks, Dragon Bloom. Really appreciate that, and thanks very much, Fiona Martin, as well. Yeah, that's fantastic. All of the money that I do get and receive from Patreons or things like this in the live streams, yeah, I just put straight back into it, and that'll just help me improve my setups a little bit better for you, and get some better footage as well of the ants. I'm really trying to work hard on getting some good macro footage. If you haven't seen the recent video on the Myrmecia brevinota, I've got some really close-up footage of the larvae actually eating, and you can see the little jaws moving. It's fantastic. I just love that sort of close-up footage. So we'll work on that one. Really appreciate the support, guys. It's fantastic, and you know, I don't expect to get donations from anybody or anything like that. If you can just watch the videos, like them, share them with your friends, that helps me a lot as well. From YouTube, especially at 3,000 subscribers, you don't actually get that much from them. But that's fine, because I just love sharing the videos with you guys anyway. Sausage McMuffins. Man, now I'm getting hungry again. I've had breakfast in preparation for this. All right, let's see if we can see inside the nest. Now, how many of you have seen inside this Camponotus consubrinus banded sugar ant colony before? How many have seen inside it? So I had the original Waitong nest, which I'll show in a second, that I built for them. They've outgrown that one. And now I've put an acrylic nest on the end of that and kept that one nice and dry. So yeah, but the way they're going, I think I'm going to need to expand again. They have just blown up recently. So if I spin this way as smooth as I can, we'll plonk it down here. There we go. So this is the Waitong nest that I've made. What I might do, I need to get a bit more light over there. I'll just move this over. And we'll go up a little bit higher as well. There we go. How did that look? Gonna have to try and hold it here a little bit on this angle. Okay, so yes, this is a Waitong nest that I made quite some time ago. It is in one of my videos, how I set it up. My first try at a large one, carving it all out. Turned out alright, and they seem to love it. So there's a lot of workers there. Now, this down on the bottom here, I made a channel that comes away from it. And then we have the acrylic nest with a lot more. Now that's an Oz Ants acrylic nest. And you can see there we've got a lot of workers down the bottom here in this one as well. So the colony is doing really well, which is fantastic. So really happy with that. Now I'll just set this down somewhere so that you can see it nicely. And I can get to some of those comments that are coming in. Whoop. Told you I need to change this setup a bit better. There we go. How is that looking? Is that okay, guys and girls? Just get that lighting there a little bit better so they can show up. There we go. Inside the nest of banded sugar ants. Okay, now let's have a little look up here in the comments, make sure I haven't missed any. Yeah, real life plants there, Fiona. They would work really well. There is a bit more upkeep. You've obviously got to have a good soil base, because not only are you trying to keep the actual ants alive, you're trying to keep those plants and whatever else is in there alive as well. You need to introduce a lot of little critters as well that run around and clean the soil and clean up all of the mess that the ants leave behind as well. So it's a lot more work, and yeah, I'm not ready for that step just yet. One day I would like to, maybe as a little feature or a display in the house, but at the moment I think I'm just going to stick with this sort of outworld. Kimo, sorry I missed a comment there. Ant Lab nest, even better than Oz. I'll have to have a look at those. Ant Lab, okay. All right, I'll check those nests out and I'll see what I can find out. Definitely. Yeah, many people have seen this one. It's great. I love it. What's that? Kimo. Oh, yeah, you're going to send, you're offering to pay for one. Wow, thank you so much. That's going to be hard to turn down that. I'd love to try one out. I believe, are they the all glass ones? All glass nests? I think I may have seen them before. Yeah, fantastic. If you're going to take the offer. Thank you very much, Don Co. Yeah, amazing job. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would like to make some more acrylic nests. More Waitong nests as well. Try a few different designs, a bit more of a chamber rather than this sort of higgledy-piggledy sort of arrangement that I've got on this one at the moment. Now this colony, thanks Aussie Ant Keeping, this colony is around about just over 3 years old now, I think. Hang on, where are we? 2022. November 2017 I got this queen actually. So that makes them just over 4 years old. Yeah. Yeah, so just over 4 years. A lot of workers have escaped and I found them running around the garage. So yeah, I've got to try and close up some of those holes where they've been escaping from. Yeah, now what I did use, I was going to use some silicone, but I ended up using blue tack around the top of the acrylic lid there. Yeah. Ant kit. Oh yeah, ant kit also good, Dragon Bloom. All right, well I'm going to have a look at that. Gordon just asking there, what do I prefer? Let's have a look here. Missed a couple of the comments. My chat just jumped. Hang on, just bear with me a second. Okay, Waitong versus acrylic. What do you prefer? Ooh, that's hard. I do like the acrylic because they are just nice and clean, but they're not as natural looking. I like the natural look of the whitong nest, but it does depend a little bit on what species you're keeping as well. Some species do a little bit better in an acrylic nest and others do a little bit better in the whitong nest. I like the whitong because you can hydrate it and it seeps out into that, gives that probably that higher humidity, which is nice. It just depends on the species of ants though, but I am quite happy with this whitong nest that I've carved out here as well. Took a long time, yeah, to scrape it out. It was a lot of work. I just used a screwdriver. I do have a little machine carving, CNC machine now, but I haven't tried it out yet. So one day I will get to that as well. Fiona, $10 if I can see your face. Well, you might just have to wait because I was going to leave that for a 10,000 subscriber special perhaps. You might only just see my masks though because I am Ant-Man, so we'll see. Can you show us the giveaway nest in the future video? Yes, I'll definitely be showing those nests that I'll be giving away. Let's see how we go. Yeah, beautiful colony. I'm really happy with this colony. They're fantastic. They're one of my favorite species of ants actually. I love their huge size. You can see some of those soldiers walking around there. Down over this side here, you can see the brood and all the eggs, which is really good. Now let's get down in here a little bit. Yeah, so we've got those eggs and that. A little bit of a delay in the live stream here. I'm sorry guys, I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Oh, Ewan, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Really nice. Thank you so much. You guys are very supportive. I really enjoy it. Thank you. Okay, so people want me to build whitong nests. Oh boy, this could be tricky. I have been thinking about it, just not knowing which way to go with them. So yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will. If there's enough people that want to, and I'm happy with the design because I want people to be happy with them, then yeah, maybe I will make my own nests. Maybe might even be able to get a handcrafted one for the giveaway. We'll see how we go. Maybe we can do that. What do you reckon? Okay. So inside this nest, we might have a look at another colony if you guys are happy to. What would you like? What colony would you like to have a look at next? I've got the Brevinota here ready to go if you'd like to have a look at them. There's Queen Scarlet going for a walk across the screen there. She is a laying machine. Now, Fiona. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Fiona. Too kind. That is a really, really good question, actually, because that's something that I've been thinking about doing. So, I remember as a kid watching a documentary where they actually did paint a little dot on their thorax, the middle section there of the ant, and then they tracked its movements around the nest and its foraging behaviours, and it was really interesting. And it's something I'd actually quite like to do. So, because these girls tend to get out and I can pick them up quite easily, I might be able to do that and just track them and see what actually happens. A day in the life of an ant, perhaps. Maybe that could be a video. Could be interesting. All right, yes, all right. I think I'm going to have to do a hand-carved nest for the giveaway. All right, and I'm going to have to get working. Okay. All right, so we've got a few there. Want to see, yeah, the trapjaw queen. She's developing quite slowly. She's got a couple of eggs there. I probably won't show her off because I'm worried that she's going to eat them. So we'll have a look. I'll probably just leave her alone. I don't want her to eat those last eggs there, the couple that she's got. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to transition over and we'll have a look inside the Brevinota colony. So I'll just set that up. So I'll do a lift up here. We'll come over here. Now hopefully it's not going to be too glary inside here. Try and get a bit better light in there too. Move that over a little bit. There we go. How's that look? What do you guys think about these girls? I love them and I'm scared of them. Alrighty, let me just get the microphone. Okay, so yeah, these girls are quite scary. They're very big, very big. So a couple of things that I've changed here in this nest, which you probably haven't seen before. The outworld has changed, and I'll show you that in a second. So I put a new outworld on. In the last video, I mentioned that I wasn't very happy with the last one. So I've given them a nice 1 foot fish tank, which used to actually belong to the banded sugar ants. So I've done a bit of a clean up there and given that to them. So I think they will enjoy it. So inside the nest here, you can see that I've got some nice plump larvae just at the top there, which are ready to start spinning their cocoons. Yeah, so it's really good. All right, with bull ants, yeah, it's fantastic to be able to have these bull ants. Now, who knows how many species of bull ants there are in the world? Now, all of them bar one are in Australia. There's one actually in New Caledonia, which perhaps was introduced, but how many species are there of bull ants? Let's see how we go. Let's see what people think in the comments. Okay, yep, beautiful. Getting some comments in. Ants Epping, 104. Ewan, 80. 105, he's upped it. Ants and More, 51. Oh, Ants Sydney, love your work. Ants of Sydney, spot on. Yeah, 93 species was the latest numbers anyway. Now that, sure, may not be 100% right, but that is basically what they're saying. Yeah, they're 93 at the moment, including the one that is in New Caledonia. So yeah, plenty of species. So this is the Mimicea brevinota, one of the largest species of Mimicea. So their workers can get up to 30 to 35 millimeters in length. So that's 1.5 inches, perhaps, if I'm right. Yeah. Now what they need, now interesting thing here with this species. Now, yeah, Fiona's just mentioned there, do they need that dirt to spin the cocoons? What I did when I got this nest, and this is a nest from Ants 3D, fantastic, beautiful nest that he sent to me over from the States. And actually, I'm just going to move this down a little bit. You can see there's that drone walking along the bottom there. So I'll just see the underside of the drone there, which is nice. Now, with the spinning of the cocoons, a little bit better there. See that? Yeah, there she goes. There he goes. These girls are huge. All right, now, what was I talking about? Spinning of cocoons. So in this setup, I actually put sand all the way through in the bottom here because I really wanted to make sure they could spin those cocoons and not have trouble. What I found was that they actually moved all of the sand out. So I actually haven't moved any of the sand. They've moved it out of those areas and they don't actually put the larvae on the sand at all. And they spin completely fine. I've only had, I think, one larvae fail to spin in this colony. And perhaps because it is a slightly more mature colony, that, you know, they've been able to master it, I guess, and they've got enough of the workers to tend well to the colony. So yeah, they do need some sort of substrate though to spin the cocoons. They use it as anchors, so they can anchor on and then spin that cocoon. Sometimes they do fail though. All right. Oh, they're saying in the comments here that I've got to 3,000 subscribers. All right. Fantastic. Thanks, everybody. Thank you if you're one of those newer subscribers. Fantastic. Great. We've finally done it. I was hoping to do it by the end of the year, but that's all right. We're only 16 days into the new year and we've got there. That is awesome. I did not think when I started this channel that I'd be getting 3,000 subscribers. Absolutely awesome. And it's only possible with you guys. It's so nice to have, how many? We've got 28 people in the live stream here watching this. That's so awesome. So awesome to have you all here to watch this. Well, I guess I better get working on that 3,000 subscriber special real soon. Okay, let's have a look. I'm just going to show you the outworld now that I built for them. I was going to do a size comparison too between the different Mimisia. I still have to do that because when a worker dies, especially if it's quite new, I do collect them and put them aside and put them into the freezer. I used to pin insects when I was younger as well, so that's something I was looking at perhaps doing. And I also have another little project which is coming, but I'm not sure if I'll let you know that one just yet. Might be a little bit of time away. Okay, so this is the new outworld that we have. Hang on, I'll just... Okay. There we go. How's that look? Yeah, so this is the new outworld. So I've pretty much just kept it fairly basic because I didn't want them to make too much of a mess out here. Got some liquid feeders. Now that liquid feeder that you see there in the middle, right there in the middle, that's actually one that Ant Shop Oz sent me. Now this is a Mimisia feeder and it's a little bit different to the others, and I will be making a video on it just to showcase it and let you know what it looks like. It's a different sort of feeder and enables the Mimisia to get in there and to drink that liquid, because with these little trays that I have in there, after a little while they actually just dump sand in there and then I've got to keep replacing it, and it's really annoying to keep replacing it all the time. So this little feeder, they can't actually stuff sand into it, so it's great. Now with the Mimisia, because they have those huge mandibles at the front, they have a lot of difficulty getting into just the standard liquid feeder. So that's why this one is fantastic. So there we go. How does that look? So yeah, I'll just pan back out here. And this is the full setup for the Mimisia brevinota. And I may have to expand their nest as well because they're getting quite big now. Now, the behaviour there of actually stuffing sand into the dishes, a couple of different reasons. They don't actually want other workers or colonies to actually find the liquid there and to eat it as well. Also discourages other animals and things coming along, especially if it's close to the nest. So that's one of the reasons they tend to do it. They drink their fill and then they cover it up. So yeah, a little bit different, isn't it? I'll just set this camera back up over the nest again. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be really interesting. I'm looking forward to doing that video on the new liquid feeders. Really nice design there from Paul Hales. So thank you so much for sending me a couple of those just to try out, which will be great. So I'll get some good footage of that as well. Yeah, Noah, maybe you can get your credit card if you want to donate $3,000. That'd be fantastic. There definitely will be a better live stream next time with $3,000. Thanks, mate, but don't do that. Don't do that. You keep that money for yourself. All right. Okay, dude, welcome along. Yeah, so I'd love to see the showcase of some of the nests from Ant Shop Oz. So yes, I've definitely got some here. And in the giveaway, I'm going to be showing some of them off. The nests that I have shown there have been the bull ant dens from them, which are really nice and work really well. My Mimisia nigrocincta colony is currently in one of those. And I'm going to do an update video on her. So that's Lilith and the Myrmidons. No, Lilith and the Valkyries. Sorry, they were named by one of my Patreon supporters. So thanks for that. So yeah, they are doing well, but they have been struggling a little bit. So I've kind of tried to keep them quiet and keep them away at the moment, just so they can progress, but they're actually doing well. So I went down to only one worker and struggling, and I was really worried about the colony. And then a second worker hatched, and I was super excited, and I thought, okay, we're finally getting there, and there's some nice larvae coming along. But then all of a sudden, the other worker died. probably of old age. So then I was down to one worker again. But we've got some new workers on the way. So it's looking really good. I've got a couple of cocoons ready to hatch any day now. So that colony is doing really well. So hopefully they'll keep going well. And I'm trying to feed them up and keep them really happy. Okay, just have a look through in the comments here. For the trap jaws, Ants of Sydney. Yes, that's right. It might work well for the trap jaws. I might have to try that one. It's really interesting watching them drink the water, especially with those jaws. They just put right back so they can get their little mouth parts in. It's really good. Okay, let's have a look down in the comments here. Okay, Haste, where have you put the colony you excavated from the ground underneath the tree? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I didn't keep that colony. That was Hunter Valley Ants that took that colony. I'm not quite sure. I think it's been rehomed to a collector, so that'll be good and looked after. Yeah, Dragon Bloom. I'm not sure. I'm interested to know what you guys think about Ants Canada. I've sort of gone away from watching his videos a little bit. Occasionally I'll watch them. Some of the things he does I don't agree with, but it's really hard to know. He can be quite cruel where he introduced those colonies all together. I know that upset quite a lot of people. Yeah. And yeah, he definitely does do some clickbaity videos just to get the views up. And he makes a lot of money from his YouTube channel, I guess, so yeah, fair enough. Maybe Ants Canada should come and join us one day. Maybe I can have a chat to him about that stuff. But anyway, I don't like to judge too many people on their ant channels. What they do is up to them, I guess. The only way you can basically stop it is just not following them. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, let's just have a look in the comments here. Yeah, I know. Maybe I need to be a little bit more excited about my videos. I don't know. Maybe that's just not me. I do find them extremely interesting and exciting anyway. Maybe I don't just put that across in my videos too much. I don't like the clickbaity or you won't believe what happens next kind of thing, so I try and avoid that. Yeah, just try and give you a realistic view of what it's like to keep ants. I like to review the nests as well. I know a lot of people don't do that. I like to review them because I know when I started out, I didn't know what to buy. I didn't know what to expect. You know, you can see it on the website, but you really just don't know what you're going to get. So I just like to showcase it, the size, explain a little bit about it as well. So I really like doing those showcasing videos. I don't think there's enough of them out there. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people sort of seem to think the same thing about Ants Canada. Yeah, very good. All right. Yeah, I'll just keep to mine. I'll keep to my style, hey? Thank you very much, people. I really appreciate your support there. This year I hope to, well, very soon, in fact, in the first couple of months of this year, I'd actually like to release my first episode of a new series. So I've been meaning to do it for a long time and I've just been delayed. So I'd really like to show that one off to you as well. So I'll keep working on that and hopefully I can get that first episode out in the first quarter of this year, which you hopefully will enjoy. And then after that first episode, there'll be some deep dives into a bit more about ants and what they are. So really looking forward to that. Now, let's have a look at a few other species of ants. So I'm going to move over and we're going to have a look at two colonies here. First one is the Polyrhachis vermiculosa. Haven't shown them off before, so really interested to show them to you, see what you think about them. And then I'm going to show you the meat ant colony, which has exploded. Now that's probably my most filmed colony because I wanted to do the journey and how long things have been taking with that colony. So let's have a look and see. Okay. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of a shuffle here. Now I'll just answer a couple of those questions in the meantime. I don't keep any other sorts of pets. It's only ants. I've only got time for ants. Make sure we've got some room over here. I need a bigger setup. Now, I'm going to move this camera without showing you everything and without showing you my thongs that I'm wearing as usual. So Aussie. Okay. So let's come down over here a bit. I'm going to try and, there we go, zoom out a little bit. That'll help. Let's set that up just here, and then I'll move this colony around a little bit. Okay. All right, can everybody see this in some way? Let me just get the lighting over there a little bit better. Now, it's a little bit out of focus here. Let me just move it around. Okay. Pandemic Gander, welcome along. If you haven't joined my Discord server, feel free to do that as well. Links in the description of quite a few of the recent videos. So yeah, by all means, love to see you there. I try and get in there as much as possible, but we've got some fantastic people in that Discord that can help each other out. I don't know all the questions. I don't know all the answers. I know plenty of questions. I don't know all the answers to everything. So yeah, it's great to have some other people in there that are very knowledgeable and we can just help each other out. That's what the ant keeping community should be all about, helping each other out, because it's a fantastic hobby that we have. Okay, now I'm just going to move this nest around a little bit, get it set up so you can see it a little bit better. Okay. Now, how old was I? Well, basically, my Camponotus aneopilosus colony was the first queen that I ever caught. That was back in 2017. So, anybody know how old I am now? Be nice, people. Be nice. I'm an old man. Okay. So this is the colony of Polyrhacus vermiculosa. Now, a couple of things about this. Look at you guys go. Yeah, see, is that old? I don't know. I don't feel very old. Yeah, I'm actually 42. So 2017 is when I started. Maths, just over 4 years ago, when I started properly. So when a little bit of my background, a fair few of you may know this already, but I'll just explain a little bit of my background. So my dad was a teacher at a university up in North Queensland. He was a lecturer there in zoology and biology, and he was known as the butterfly man of North Queensland. So we used to have on our property a huge tent where we used to actually breed the Cairns birdwing. Now, if you look that up, it is a fantastically beautiful, beautiful butterfly. So we used to breed them and release them just to try and boost their numbers because they were a protected and endangered species. So that was really nice. That was really cool. Good to be able to do that. So that gave me a bit of an introduction to insects. I've always been fascinated by ants. I remember doing a little study when I was young on meat ants, just following their trails, which was really cool. Yeah, it was really, really quite interesting. So I basically probably, let me think now, about 7 or 8 years ago, I found a Myrmecia queen and I put her in a setup and I had no idea what to do with her. She laid eggs, she had larvae, but eventually she just died. And I was really sad, but I had no idea what to do, and I didn't know that you could actually find out information on how to do them. So I'm really happy that I've been able to get into this. Yeah. The Ant-Man of Maitland. That's it. Hey, famous in the small circles of ant keeping. Ah, Panda, no, not Freddie Dodd. No, not quite. He featured on one of the oh, I can't remember the show as a kid. It was a wildlife show, and he featured on that as well. There might be a few. Butterfly Man of North Queensland. Yeah, been to Daintree. Daintree's beautiful spot up there. That lush, big rainforest is amazing. Okay, now let's get into this queen here. So, got this colony as just one queen herself. I've put her left her in a test tube setup to begin with. She started to get a couple of workers. I was removing the cotton, just feeding her slowly with that. Now I put her into an aqueous nest. Many of you may not have heard of that particular nest. Very nice sort of plaster made nest. They enjoyed that nest, but now I've moved them on into this ant shack nest. So you may be able to, it's a bit hard to see them because they are quite small. Let me see if I can work my magic with the lighting a little bit better. Just inside here, this is the little outworld. Now I've connected up another outworld here just to give them a bit more room. Totally Wild, that's the show, Gordon. You got it. Fantastic. He featured on that. Excuse me. Where's my water gone? So if you can see the little workers just in there. Now it's going to be pretty hard. I won't be able to zoom in properly with this camera to be able to show it fully. If I lift this lid, I've taken off the red shield under there, and what I'll do is I will just tilt this up a little bit for you guys. So there we go, that's inside the little nest. Beautiful little queen actually. She's just there at the top. You can just see her moving across there. Quite small, quite small. I was actually really surprised by how small the queen was. And this colony is doing really well. They've just been progressing a lot, especially during these warmer months. So this is a nice little starter nest here. You don't have to connect anything on the end at all. You can just have it like this, and it's got a little outworld, little nest, and then at the end here you've just got the little hydration. I've actually done a review on this nest from Ant Shack, and it's a nice, beautiful, nice little 3D printed nest. What I might do though is, now that I've shown this and everyone's aware that I have a colony, I might have to do a video on them. What do you think? I'm actually going to do a little bit of a video on the Polyrhacus species. A few things that are a little bit different. I found with these girls that they do not like it moist at all in their nest. If I hydrate it, they will move as far away as possible from it. I've even had them move into the outward because they don't like the humidity. So along the way, I've learnt a few different things about them. Polyrhacus ammon, absolutely beautiful. They're one of my favourite. I see them all the time. They've got this sort of hunched up look and a beautiful golden abdomen. Really beautiful. So I'm trying to raise a colony of them now. And yeah, we see how we go with those. So beautiful little colony. But I'll definitely have to work on a Polyrhacus video, I think. I was going to do like a care video on Polyrhacus, but I'm not up to that stage. I just don't feel that I know enough about them to care for them properly. So we'll see how we go there. I will work on a meat ant care video though. I've had a fair bit of experience with them now, and I feel that I know enough to share that with you guys. So we'll work on that one as well. Okay, who would like to have a look at the meat ants though and see how they're going? They're pretty beautiful and pretty exciting what's been happening with them. I'll be doing a proper update video on them, so that'll be released. But hey, you guys have joined me here for the live stream, so you get first dibs on the look of what's happening. Let's get that one set up. So I'll just put these girls away. I'm just going to put the red film back on the top here. Cover that one up there like that. Okay, so we'll just move them out of the way. And we shall move in the meat ants. So let's spin it around like this so we can get a bit better lighting in there. Okay, All right, so here we go. Here is the colony, and look at that. They are doing really well. I've had an absolute explosion in workers, which you can see here. So let me just move it over a little bit, and what I'll do is I will do my best to zoom in a little bit so you can see them. Move that back a bit. Get that lighting over there a bit better. Get there one day. I'm definitely going to have to do a better setup though with my live streams. I know some guys do some fantastic setups with live streams, so I will have to work on this. There we go. A little bit fuzzy. Okay. So what we've got here, last video, I think we had, boy, 10 or 11 now. But look at how many workers we've got here now. Absolute explosion. Lots of brood there ready to go. What do we got here? Caught a queen with no wings. She didn't lay eggs, ended up releasing her, went back to the spot I released her, and there was a Polyrhacus colony there. It was the same species. Oh no. Yep. Sometimes I've had queens in a test tube, feeding them for over a year before they lay eggs. So patience is needed. Queens can live for a long time, so they're not in a rush to do anything. Especially if they're semiclostral, they can take a bit of time, provided you're giving them that food that they need. So yeah, really good. So one thing I need to set up, or one of the problems in the last video I mentioned it, where I wasn't giving them enough protein, and now with these meat ants, I'm giving them protein all the time, and they just devour it. Which is really, really good. So the brood just develops so fast once you're just packing in that protein. They're meat ants. I mean, that's their name. They want meat. They want protein. So yeah, it's doing really, really well. I'm really excited. So I'm just going to keep that going. I think I'm going to have to upgrade their little nest from this little Ozan small into something nice. So yeah, Dragon Bloom, it is a beautiful bounce back for this colony. I'm so happy. I was really worried that it wasn't going well for them, so it's really nice to see this this update. Okay. Now, so I will do an update video on this colony now though, and give you some bit better close-ups on it, which would be nice. Welcome, Critter Encounters. Great to have you along here. Can I have a queen? Oh, depends where you are and what you want. Okay, I don't really do much selling of queen ants. I try to keep away from that a lot of the time. I do have some extras that I will get rid of from time to time, but I try to keep away from that. I just really don't want to disappoint anybody and send them a queen that dies. Just don't feel right. Okay. Now, I'd like just to ask, what did everyone think of the video on how to catch a queen? Yeah, just with that question there, Critter Encounters. Yeah, try and find a queen yourself. There's nothing more satisfying than finding a queen yourself. Way better than buying one. Sometimes you have to buy one though, and I've had to do that plenty of times if I wanted a particular species. However, finding your own is the best way. So yeah, I'd really like to know what you guys think of my video there on catching a queen. Was it accurate enough? Were there enough tips in there that help you out to find a queen? Okay. Panda, quite a question. If I buy an ant online which ships with 2 workers, when it arrives 1 worker is dead, what happened? Well, anything could have happened really with that, Panda. That worker could have just been too old and died. It could have been damaged in freight. Maybe it got bounced around a bit too much and got injured and died as well. So there could be many different reasons that happened. But ants do die of old age. And it depends on the species, how long the workers will live. A Mimisia worker can live anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. And then you've got the smaller ones like your Lasius niger or your Iridomyrmex bicknelli, which we have here in Australia. Sometimes they do not live long at all. They might only live a couple of months before they die. So yeah, some workers just die. So it really just depends how long. Yeah, so I was really proud of that video that I made on catching a queen ant. It's one that I've been wanting to make for quite a long time. Now, as a special treat, who wants to see the strobe ants? There's one out and about in the outworld right now. I can give you a little bit of a intro to that one if you like. We're probably going to be wrapping up the live stream fairly soon though. I'd like to keep these to around about an hour. I've got lots of other things I need to be doing. Help the kids, spend some time with the kids. But I might show you the strobe ants. Would you like to see the strobe ants? So I'll just move this colony of meat ants away. Put them away over there in their nice little shelf. I'll show you that little shelf, eh? I will have to do an ant room tour. I know that's another thing that's been requested. So there we go, got the nice sort of shelving here that I've got. A few of the different colonies. My brother sent me this, which is fantastic. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Little ant mound with some ants. All right, let's get the strobe ants over. Just love these ants. I just wish they were bigger. I like big ants. Okay, I'll just bring this over so you guys can see it. Now this is in just a little 3D printed little outworld. Now work is just starting to, one worker in the outworld there. See that? See how fast they move? That's like that strobing effect there. Now that is designed so they can avoid predators. Predators, it's really hard to get them because they're just jumping all over the place and the movements are really erratic. Now, ants of Sydney. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, surprisingly slow. So Aussie ant keeping first. Yeah, surprisingly slow growing. Yeah, I was quite surprised by that too. And I believe their colonies do not get huge either, not into the thousands. They're sort of max out around about maybe 500. So that'll be interesting to see how they go. Ants of Sydney, yes, the strobe ants, they're not taking protein for some reason. Okay, that's interesting. So I generally feed mine. It's a bit hard to see them, isn't it? There's one right down here at the bottom with this that mealworm. Let me look. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just take off the cover like so. They probably won't like this much. There you go. Can you see them there flicking around, Fiona? There we go. Okay, great. This is not, as I said, camera's not the best for zooming in and getting it really close, but at least it gives you some sort of idea. So yeah, nice little colony growth here. Really happy with how this colony's going. I feed them the mealworms for their protein. Again, the same sugar water I feed to all of my other ants, and they just love it. I have given them a bit of crickets as well, little tiny crickets, and I also get the odd mosquito. I drop an odd mosquito in there as well. So yeah, they're fantastic. So there we go. As I said, yeah, this lighting's not the best for them, but the video that I've done on them is a nice up close video with some of that macro footage. So hopefully you'll enjoy that video, and that'll be out. That'll probably be out in the next sort of week or so. You can enjoy that one. Yeah, but there's beautiful colours. My daughter named my other one Tiger Lily, and that was because of the orange and black coloration of them. She thought they looked like tigers, so she loved that name. So I've got them here. This test tube I need to replace fairly soon. It's out of water, so I need to do a little change out. So I'll be doing that shortly. Yeah, but really nice colony of ants. Beautiful species, and I'm glad that even though it's Tiger Lily, didn't have a lot of success, and a lot of that was probably down to a few mistakes I made. Gave them a nest that was too big. Opinion on snails. I don't mind them with a bit of garlic and olive oil and a bit of bacon. Snails are beautiful. Bit of escargot. Snails are anything. I find it pretty much anything interesting. It's just amazing how they're designed. sure what that is there. Let us get rid of that. Oh. Okay. Nobody likes to eat. Who likes to eat snails? Come on, got to have try some snails. Look, you can't just go out and eat any snail. They're specifically grown, and they've got to be cleaned out. There's some poisonous ones out there, so do not eat snails unless you're eating them at a restaurant. Got to try everything once, don't you? Yeah, I've eaten when I was in North Queensland the weaver ants as well. The green ants, green tree ants. The abdomens, just like sort of a lime or a lemon sort of taste. Not that I endorse eating ants either. Alrighty, now let's have a look here. Thanks, Mark. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I've definitely got to. Thanks for joining us, Mark. Really appreciate you being here and enjoying the live stream. And yeah, I'll have to do another one. It's been way too long between them. I just kind of forgot a little bit about them, and I just had a lot on, so I haven't had the chance. But I'll definitely do another one. Thanks so much. Yeah. Okay. Panda. Not a fan of snails. Okay. They're pretty stupid. They're not the smartest things around, I guess. Ants of Sydney, they've been my favourite food since I was 4. Oh dear. I think I'm not sure exactly how good they do taste. It's probably just the garlic and the bacon that tastes really good, and that just disguises the flavour of the snail. Yeah. All right. So yes, I'll definitely, a few things that are coming out. We'll wrap up fairly soon. I'll just leave it on these strobe ants here so you can see them. But a few other things, videos that are coming up soon. We're going to have the 3,000 subscriber special, of course. I've got the strobe ant video that'll be dropping soon as well. I'm going to do an ant room tour. So you'll be able to see just a brief of the whole setup that I've got here as well. So that'll be good. And hopefully I'll be able to get that documentary out in the next couple of months as well. The first episode in a series that I'm going to be releasing every so often anyway. So that'll be really good. I've got another update to do on my golden tail sugar ants. They are exploding in size, and I've got to do some things with them too. Yeah. So we'll definitely see how we go. So I've got plenty of videos to go. I've got so many ideas to show you all and share it with you, and I really appreciate your support. So we'll definitely be doing that. Gordon, yes, this was a very late stream. I had it in the diary and I totally forgot about it. And then yesterday I'm like, I've got to get something up about this. So yeah, definitely need to work on that one as well. So we'll see how we go. See if I can give you at least a week's notice. Does this time sort of suit everybody? I know if you're overseas, perhaps it may not be the best, but we'll see how we go. Yeah. Thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks to all those ones who have donated this morning as well. I really appreciate that. And that'll definitely be going back into making better videos, video content for you guys, and keeping some species that maybe some of you guys can't access. So it's been really good. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't liked the video, just like the live stream, share it with other people as well. And again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Got some great stuff coming up. It's been really good. Yeah. And I'll try and schedule another live stream it's not too far into the future anyway, but hopefully I'll be able to set up a better camera that I have. We'll do a little bit of a design setup there with that one. So really good. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for joining me here. And remember, happy ant keeping.